Call the meeting to order, if you could, please. First order of business would be the minutes from the April 21st meeting. There was a correction on the last page, page 105, for the soil conservation report, where it says in the middle, Hart explained that $913,000 of soil and water funds were generated. That's actually 113.
Yes. I can agree with that.
113.
So motion to approve with the as corrected. How about that?
Thank you. Is there a second to that motion? Second by Terry Hahn. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapproved?
Suppose that's why it was circled.
On yours, yeah.
Okay.
Good, because I made you a copy off mine. Next would be your bills list and your additional bills list. On the additional bills list, there's some blacktop on Potter Shop Road that was done. That was a big expense. And let's see. Questions, comments?
They did not get Potter Shop on this bill.
Yeah, it's on the additional bills.
Additional bills list. And then you got on your other money, Sam, on the Beer Lane, on the flex funds from last year?
Yes.
Your
Yes.
county money?
Yeah, with the county money
Yeah.
to finish it out.
Finish it.
Correct.
Roadside pickup, a lot of payoffs on that. Entertain a motion to approve the bills.
Make a motion to pay the bills as presented.
Thanks, Bernard.
I'll second.
Second by Keith Metcalf. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Next, as required by statute, I put a copy of this public notice in your mail. The public hearing regarding the proposed use of the county road aid and local government economic assistance funds. These are the funds that are generated from the coal segments and also the minerals tax. Is there any public comment? I received no written comment. Is there any public comment on somebody want to use those roads, that money on their particular road that's not being taken care of? That being said, that no comment, we will close the public hearing process of this and move on to the regular business. Okay? That's required just in case. I guess that was set up just in case a constituent has a complaint about a county road and the county's getting extra money for that. I have no idea. I've been doing this for 21 years. I have no idea. I've never had a comment on it. That must mean that the magistrates are doing their jobs. Next would be a couple of proclamations. No court action necessary on this, but I want to enter these as a matter of public record. I think media, you have a copy of those in your mailbox. In particular, I was talking to a constituent that had several family members that had been affected by the Lyme disease and the tick-borne disease, and want to make the other public aware, so maybe they would have to go through the amount of, health care that they've had to incur during that process. Lyme and tick-borne diseases have been around here for years and years, and maybe some of the old country doctors kind of knew. They called it tick fever, I think, what they called it back in the day, probably. So, as a matter of public record, I'm going to sign this proclamation making the Lyme and tick-borne disease awareness month this month, because they are out. I assure you. A couple the other day.
I got 2 off me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So media, if you could help me with that, I think let's make the awareness of it. There's the first proclamation. The other proclamation is the Building Safety Month proclamation. As you notice, Logan's not here today. This is the second meeting in a row we've had so many inspections.
That's good.
Got to be out on the job, so it's really picked up quite a bit. And hopefully that will continue to move forward, and we'll recognize that as well. And what's that? Today's 5/5/15. I had a young lady I married this morning, and they want to make sure she got married on 5/5/15. We, oh, they would help with Thank you. Okay, jail report, Dorcas.
Okay, today we have a total of 113 inmates. We still have 3 in Hardin County, they're females. We're still crowded on females too. And then state inmates, we have 40. We don't have any on home incarceration. We have 2 that's serving weekends. So we have an in-house total of 108 inmates. So that's all I have to report.
That 40 number is a good number.
Thank
you, Dorothy, for that help.
How much are we paying Hardin County?
Nothing.
Okay.
Swap.
Swap.
The state pays what, $30 a day?
$31.64.
$31.64.
Darkness on the Thomas Nelson freshman class. We got a great tour through the jail the other day. They're very impressed. They want to thank you personally. Your crew did a great job. Really opened their eyes.
Did they get to see some of the orange jumpsuits?
They saw everything.
That was one of the, to be as large as it was, that's one of the best classes we've had down there. I mean, they didn't laugh at the inmates, they didn't make fun of them or nothing. Very, very well
It's,
done.
you know, when I spoke to the group, of course, had the principal in the group that I was with, and he had to call 1 or 2 of them outside, but he made sure that they were well mannered.
The inmates did a great job in explaining, you don't want to come to this place.
Well, good.
And I used to tell them, hey, we're all locked in. You can't get out unless you let us out. We're also free to walk the door.
Mine wasn't that exciting, but they were a well-mannered bunch of kids. We met out at the Flowers Food Bakery area. And, real nice bunch of kids.
Well, good.
Lots of questions.
Thank you, Dorcas. EMS report, Joe.
Monthly report for April, 547 calls made, 101 of those non-transport. We continue to be on the increase a little bit more each month, making right now an average for the year of 19.9 runs a day. About 30% of those are transfers out of the hospital to mobile facilities, and that ties trucks up anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5 hours, depending on what time of day it is. So the crews do a very good job of hustling back. They know we have runs holding, and they know that we can see where they're at, what they're doing too, so that helps out a little bit when they're on their way back from those trips. Update on the EMT class, that's over halfway. The students that started the class are all still engaged. I think all of them are finding out that this is not an easy task for them to do, but they're hanging in there and doing very well. Scheduled test date is May 15th for those students. They'll test out of the class. If they pass the class on a written exam and a practical skills exam, then they'll be recommended for the National Registry Test, which is a computer generated test they'll have to pass in order to get their certification. So that's going very well.
How many do you have?
We have, we started with 9, still have 9.
You sound like you've had a few drop out over the years.
Yeah.
I'd like to compliment Ronnie Mudd and his crew. They got stopped in traffic back up down 245 last week and helped a lady out of the car.
Bullitt County?
Yeah, in Bullitt County. And kind of gave her, checked her out. But I thought that was really good of them, not being called, just happened to show up, but they were more than willing to help out
I'll pass that
in a needed situation. And I appreciate that.
Good deal. Alrighty, we'll move on to the landfill and solid waste report.
The landfill, we're just a regular business, guys. Finally, the weather's broke, so we are hauling as much dirt as we can while the weather's good. So getting around some of that type of maintenance stuff. You guys, I sent you an email for the solid waste department on buying dumpsters. That's a larger purchase than my pay grade allows. So just wanted you guys to review that.
Copy of that purchase order in the mailbox.
What that is for is dumpsters just wear out, guys. They get holes in the bottom of them. You know, we got to replace them because the commercial entities get rolled up by health department, basically. We try to patch some of them. Eventually what happens, they just rot out so bad on the bottom, can't patch them anymore. So they end up at whatever, basically.
So what you do with,
Excuse me,
they
sir.
go for scrap? Is that what you
Yeah, the smaller dumpsters have caster, you know, the wheels on the bottom of them, we'll cut the wheels off, reuse them again if they're good, the bearings are good.
Right.
Outside of that, some of them we've retrofitted to use for recycling, but usually by the time you've seen our equipment, when we're done with it, it's got a better place to go.
That PO is for $18,209.60. Need a motion to approve.
Motion to approve dumpster.
Thank you, Jeff. Second by Sam Hutchins. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry.
The only other thing, that our gentleman was supposed to be here, should be now, to figure our tires up. Today we start, he was supposed to show up yesterday, something came up, whatever, but today's the day we start loading that out. It'll be one load a day till they get it away from us, is what they indicated to us.
Will they get them all today?
Oh, no, it's just one load a day. They take them all the way to Marion, Kentucky, not Marion County, Kentucky, but Marion, which I think.
Other side of Princeton.
3-hour drive, is that right?
3 hours, 1 run.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they take it down there and grind it up. Why they're not picking up their local plant, I didn't ask. It's that same company, so
Pump is still underneath the
I
microscope.
didn't ask.
Marion is pretty desolate.
These are good guys though, they've done it over years for us.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you guys got something specific.
Next, next we move on to the road department report. On the first item on that list is the county road aid agreement. Every year the county enters into agreement to get their fuel tax money from the state of Kentucky. As you know, this year it's about $270,000 less than the previous year. But that being said, we'll take what we have available. That's $1.293,980.07, and of which 60% will be distributed about the last of August. Need a motion to approve the resolution and authorize the judge to enter into the agreement.
So moved.
Thank you, Jeff. Second by Bernard Ice. Further discussion?
With the increasing gas prices, potentially that's come out could go up.
No more than 10%
So
in revenue.
those things like that.
10%, it could be 120,000 years. Yes, but it's not going to go that fast.
Oh, yeah. Only gas quarter.
Yeah. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Salt barn update, Jim, up and down there to let the guys know where we are on that project.
We've moved all the sand, salt, moved the 4.5 to the old building. We're actually building a pad today, should be close to finishing up. The weather holds out this week. We're having to raise one corner and cut one down to make it all level out. It's going pretty good, so it'll work out. I got the contracts here, Dean, for you to sign at court for McMichaels and other people. So we can go on and get those guys. I didn't want to get those until I was sure everything else was working out. It's working out pretty good, so.
Looks like it. Guys done a good job.
Was the ground that was there, Jim, was it stable enough? Did you have to remove?
No, it's rocky, there's a lot of material, old asphalt, I tell you what.
Oh, salt is a lot of asphalt down there.
Where the salt is, there's asphalt that's thick in some places where the state must have paved it years ago when they owned the facility. We never, a lot of asphalt, so we had to cut all that, up, we're using it as our field. But
And you're rolling with a
we got
packer.
a sheep's foot roller that we rented.
Back on that.
I've got a meeting with McMichaels at 11
It was about
o'clock.
2 foot field on that one corner,
I'll be closer to 3.
closer.
See, I had to bump it up 6 inches today just because we were cutting so deep on the front end, and I didn't want to cut that deep, so we bumped the grade up. Try to level it out better, but, it's gonna work out, it's just, it's gotta be a flat road in there. You got time to ride out there and check it out, there's, like I said, 11 o'clock, I'm meeting Adam and Michael, that's David's son, that's managing.
If I had that much blacktop there, we would have sold the blacktop. Recycled it.
Recycled good material.
Mega would give you,
Put a blacktop,
they won't give you
blacktop.
enough.
I know they will, I'm teasing.
They're pretty tight when they.
I was amazed when I went out there yesterday, how much was